Do you hate the boring click, click, click of a metronome, but you know that you need to practice with a beat? Well, what if I told you that there's a magical little box full of musical treasure troves, and this is called the iPad? If you have an iPad, you're going to want to watch this video because I'm going to show you a very easy and simple way that you can get unlimited number of beats to play along with. And the best part is this stuff comes pre-installed for free on your iPad. Now, if you're saying, wait a minute, is this going to be complicated? Am I going to have to be a tech person to follow along? No, you don't. I'm going to show you a very simple step-by-step way to do this, and I'm only going to give you the information that you need. Are you ready? Grab your iPad and let's get started. Your iPad comes pre-installed for free with an app called GarageBand. It's a very powerful tool, and I'm not going to tell you everything about GarageBand because we would be here for a few days. So I'm going to teach you only what you need. You want to click on the GarageBand logo on your screen, and if this is the first time that you're using GarageBand, you'll probably want to download some sounds. So this is the home screen of GarageBand. You can scroll to the left, you can scroll to the right. I'll show you some of that stuff. You don't need to know all of it, but you definitely want to come to where it says Sound Library and click on that. That's where you can download instruments and loops and things like that that you can use with what I'm going to show you. Now, I've already downloaded a lot of things, but I'll show you how to do it if you haven't yet downloaded something. And these downloads are free, so you can try them out, and if you don't like them, delete them. So this one looks like update available. I'm going to click on it. Here you can, if you haven't downloaded yet, you can preview what that sound pack is. Okay. And if you want to download it, here for me it says update, but if I hadn't downloaded it, it would have said download, and I would click the download button. And then when you decide you don't want it anymore, you can delete. So you'll want to go through and download some drum sounds. I've got a whole bunch of them here. I've got rock drummers, percussionists, electronic drummers, songwriter drummers, R&B drummers. So I downloaded a lot of drum sounds. Okay, once you have done that, you've downloaded some sounds that you can use, you click done, and you're going to scroll to the right till you come to the screen that says drums. Again, we're not going to look at everything. We're going to click on the one that says beat sequencer right there, and it brings up this really cool looking grid. On the grid, you see boxes of different colors, and then you also see icons of different percussion or drum instruments. So each of these boxes represents some kind of a beat. It can be a 16th note or an 8th note. So we're going to hit this I button to see exactly what they're representing right now. You see where it says step length? The step is basically one of those boxes. Here it says 16th note. That means each of these boxes is 1/16th note. And that means we've got 4 quarter note beats here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that's cool. Let's click that I button again and see where it says 16 steps. It means that there are 16 boxes across, okay? That's all you need to know for right now. We're going to click that I button again. Now, on the left side of the screen, you see that there are different drum instruments. The top one represents a kick drum. If I click on it, it tells me it's a kick drum. If I wanted to change it, I could click where it says kick, and I can choose one of these other instruments, but I like kick, so I'm going to keep kick there. Everything else you see down here, don't worry about it. You don't need that right now. This is a snare drum, hand claps, and so on. All right, now what if I'm practicing my easy piano version of Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel? And I'm not really as fast as I want to be. I'm going to play it kind of slow, but I want to play with a beat and with a groove. Well, here's what I do. You'll see here it says Modern 808. If I click on that, this gives me the option of choosing all different kinds of drum instruments, drum beats. So there I can do electronic drum beats, and I can scroll and find the one I like. Just for fun, I'll show you what supernatural is. Okay, so that's the sound of supernatural. You see this green button, the power button? If I click on it, it stops the sound. If I click on it again, it starts the sound. Okay, all right, but we don't really want to play with this electronic drum sound. I don't, for just the way you are. I'm going to click on that field again, supernatural. I want to play with an acoustic drummer. There's all these different kinds. You can go ahead and, discover the ones that you like. Well, actually, I changed my mind. I don't want acoustic. I want percussion. I want it to be kind of a laid back feel, laid back sound. I'll choose the coffee shop. Okay. Whoa, that's pretty interesting. Just for fun, let's listen to this beat. Yeah, that's not it. Okay, now I've gone through prior to making this video, and I've chosen a beat that I like to play along with. So what am I going to do? In this box where you see a box with like 9 dots inside of it, I'm going to click that, and I've got all these pre-recorded, pre-programmed, let's say, drum beats. So I'm going to go through and scroll to the right. You can scroll left or right. You see the button at the bottom tells you where you are in the grand scheme of things. So I'm going to scroll to the right until I see one called Lo-Fi Funk. So I'm going to click on it and listen to it. I like this feel. But I'm not crazy about that ding sound. So what can I do? Do I have to live with it? Absolutely not. So you see how some of the squares are glowing? That means that there is a sound happening in that square. And the sound I'm not crazy about is this bell, like jingle bells. So I'm going to tap on it and it goes away. Let's listen to it again. Ooh, what happened? I thought we got rid of it. Well, we did, but check it out. Look up here. You see how there's 2 sets of sound patterns? We've got one set here that is highlighted. We've got another set there. So we've got to go to that other set and do the same thing we did in the first one, which is tap the square that corresponds to the bells. Now, if I hit the power button, I like that. I like that a lot. And I really like the sound of it. But what if that's not my tempo? That's okay. Let's take a look at the top of the screen. You see the gear icon. You're going to click on it. And right at the top, you see the word tempo. I'm not going to explain everything that's on here, just what you need, okay? You can explore on your own, but I don't want to overwhelm you. So where it says tempo, I'm going to click on that, and it's 92. Well, I think that's a little too slow for me, because let me hear it again. Ba-ba-ba-bum, that's too slow. Ba-ba-ba-bum, that's too slow for me. So I'm going to tap that gear icon, go to tempo. What if I don't know exactly the number, beats per minute? That's okay. If I did know, I could scroll up or down here. But since I don't, where it says tap to set tempo, I just tap the beat as I sing it. So ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum. Okay, it looks like about 116. Okay, so I'm going to tap that gear icon again. Let's listen to it. Tap the power button. Da, 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 da. I like that. You want to hear me play it? Let's do this. I'm going to stop it for a second and get myself ready.
Later.
Okay, I'm going to listen to it. Get the feel. I like that. That's really cool. Let's say I'm not ready to go that fast yet. All right, click on the gear icon, tempo. I'm going to sing it a little bit slower. Don't go changing. bum, 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 ba-da. Looks like 95. Okay, so I'm going to practice it a little slower. Tap the gear icon. Here we go. Hit the power button. Here we go. Alright, so that allows me to practice at a slower tempo. But what if you're not practicing a pop song? What if you're practicing classical music? Can you still use these beats? Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. I'm going to show you how I practice Moonlight Sonata with a cool beat. For this one, I'm going to go ahead and pick like a rock drum set. I'm going to hit on the left bottom where it says coffee shop. I'm going to tap it, and I want to go to the acoustic and scroll down to where it says 4 on the floor. All right. And I've already chosen a beat that I like, and it's called Triplet Groove. So now I just have to find it. The drawback is you can't do a search for these patterns, but that's okay. And here it is. So I'm going to tap on Triplet Groove. Now, this isn't perfect. I'm not really sure that I love this beat exactly the way it is. So I'm going to change it. The really cool thing about these glowing lights on the graph here is whenever you click on one, it turns off. And if you want to bring it back, you click on it again, it turns back on. So none of these are set in stone. You can adjust all of them. Now, the first thing I want to do is set my tempo. So if I'm thinking bum 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 bum, I'm gonna hit the tempo again. Bum 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 bum. Here we go. Bum 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 bum. And it looks like 60 bum bum bum. Let's try that again. Bum 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 bum. About 62 seems right. All right, and let's click that gear icon. Let's listen to it again. I like everything except I don't like this kick drum here and here. So I'm going to remember these are our 16th notes up here, right? I'm going to tap on that one and then tap here so that it's on beat 1 and on beat 3. And this one is on 4 E enda, so I'm going to tap it. Let's hear it this way. I like that. All right, let's listen to this. Very cool. So there's a classical piece that I can practice with a beat. Would I perform it that way? Maybe. Depends on where I'm playing. What if your song or your piece is not in 4/4 time? Don't worry, I got you. I'm going to show you how I would practice my easy piano version of Hallelujah, which is either in 6/8 or 3/4, however you want to think of it. I'm going to click that gear icon again. And here where it says time signature, currently we're on 4/4. I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to click instead on 3/4. So now we're feeling a beat of 3. And I'm going to keep 4 on the floor. I'll click here again where we have our patterns. And I've already decided that I like the pattern called Simple Ballad for Hallelujah. So let's find it. Now you can see there's nowhere to scroll because now we're looking only at patterns that are in 3/4 time. So that's easy to find. I click on Simple Ballad. I like that. Let's see what tempo it is. I'm going to click on that gear icon. To me, that's a little slow. So let's turn that off. That's the tempo I want. Okay, click on the gear icon. Go to tempo. About 54. Click on the gear icon again. Let's listen to it. I think that's a little too slow, actually. I'm going to go a little faster. Now, if I want to go up or down a lot, instead of clicking the arrows, I can drag my finger up or down like that. Okay, so let's go to 76. Yeah, I like that. Let's hear how it sounds. And you can plug in your iPad to like a nice speaker and have a beautiful surround sound kind of experience. Now, just want to show you one other thing. If you look at the top of the screen, you'll see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of patterns, and they're all part of this particular pattern. So it's going to go through all 4 sets and then come back in. What if you don't want all 4 sets? What if you want only the first 2 sets? You don't want 3 and 4 because you're not crazy about that last pattern. All right, this is where you click on the I and you look at length. See how it says 48 steps? All right, so these are 12, 24, 36, 48. So you're going to click on that, and we just want the first 2. That means we just want 24 steps. And see how the top just became 2 steps now. 2 patterns now instead of the 4. Oops, I forgot. I actually did like the 4. Let's see what happens. Click on the I again. Go to length, 24 steps. Now I want 48. Okay, they're back. Now, if you're playing something that has a swing feel to it, you can change the swing. All right, so what's swing? It's instead of playing eighth notes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you're going to do them 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you can change the swing very easily. So I'm going to show you a portion of one of my pop piano exercises from my book Beyond Hanon. Click the gear icon because it's in 4/4 time. Click the time signature. Click 4/4. And I want to use a different sound. So I'm going to click here where it says 4 on the floor. And I want the Brooklyn sound. There it is. Now, I've already decided that I like the pattern called Sticks and Stones. So I'm going to scroll through here. Here it is. Click on Sticks and Stones. Okay. Click on the I button. Go to swing. Eighth note heavy. I like that. So let's listen to it. Ooh. Okay, so I'm not crazy about that last bit over here. I like the first 2. I'm going to press the I, go to the length of 32 steps. All right, let's listen to it. I like that. I want it a little bit faster though. Click on the gear icon, go to tempo, and I'm going to go to 110, 112. There we go. All right, here's what the exercise sounds like with the beat. We haven't talked about the dice yet. The dice is kind of cool. It's like you're rolling the dice. You're letting the iPad choose a beat for you. Let's click on it. Hit play. Whoa, hit the dice again. Hit the dice again. So, it changes according to whatever algorithm it uses. I'm not sure. What if you don't like any of the beats, but you like the idea of playing with a beat? It's just you want something really simple. Okay, so you go back to the patterns and you scroll to the very beginning where it says new pattern. You click on new pattern, and that's where you can create your own. Let's say you want no swing. All right, so we've got swing none, and we've got 16 steps. Alrighty, and each step is a 16th note right there. Okay, so I want something on the beginning of each beat, a kick drum. 1, beat 2, beat 3, beat 4. Let's just listen to that. Okay, I'm going to slow it down a little bit so we can really hear these beats. So tempo, let's go down to 90. Let's listen to it again. Okay, I like that. What if I want something on the and of each beat? So I'm going to pick the snare drum. And so this is 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Let's listen to that. Pretty cool. What if I want a hi-hat on the beat and on the so 1 E and a. Let's hear that. I'm going to slow it down a little bit more so we can really hear it. Let's go down to 70. All right, let's listen to that. That's pretty cool. I could play that. What if I did Rondo alla Turca? Let's listen to it. How fun is that, right? Okay, so if you're thinking like, wow, that's a lot to remember, you don't have to remember any of it. Basically, you learn by doing. And if you go to the link below, I've created a free tip sheet that tells you everything that we just learned, like where to find what you need, so that you can just put it on your music stand and then follow along. So what do you think? Are you going to use GarageBand to help you practice? Let me know below. Now, if you want to learn the secret tip that I use to play all my runs faster, you'll definitely want to check out this video here. Keep practicing, have fun, and I will see you soon. Bye.